Council have got several proposals in mind. Obviously, a cut in base pay would realise the 3.25 million that they've been asked to save. If we're looking at 3.25 million, that equates to 2.6% of our pay in one lump sum. Of course, it could be a combination of things. Some of the other proposals are unpaid leave. We're probably looking at 4 days unpaid leave between Christmas and New Year, which would realise a saving of 1.6 million. Reduction in subsistence payments, freezing of incremental pay rises to every other year, reduction in sick pay. We're looking at, they're proposing a saving of nearly 1 million for the first 3 days being unpaid, and a reduction of long-term sick pay would also realise a saving of $500,000. One of the proposals that they're putting forward is to come out of national and enter local pay agreements. This won't realise any saving initially, but will have serious consequences for members and non-members in future years. The Council need to make additional savings because the cuts from central government have impacted us at local level. The last few years have already seen us deliver cuts of nearly 100 million to frontline services. We're having to make an additional 32 million in this year, and of course if we look at proposals for future years that have been put forward by Eric Pickles, we can see that we're going to have to deliver a similar amount of savings for a considerable future. The 32 million that have been identified for 2013-2014, 3.25 million have to come out of staff savings. This was passed in the council budget in February earlier on this year. UNISON lobbied councillors via email, and we met all the councillors in the morning to reject this aspect of the budget. It was only 1.5–2 lines in the budget that had been slipped in, but we knew it would have serious consequences for our members and employees of Cambridgeshire County Council if it got passed. It obviously did get passed by the elected members, and we're now facing the consequences of that budget now. At the moment we're in informal talks, so all I can comment on at this stage is that at a local level there's aspects that we can't discuss. Part 2 conditions of the Green Book, for example. These cover base pay and sick pay. We're also objecting to all other proposals which would affect our members' terms and conditions. Remember, these terms and conditions weren't given to you by your employer. They've been fought for over the years by your union. If we go down this path that the employer is asking, we see this as just the beginning of the attack on your terms and conditions. The union and other unions have pledged to a negotiated settlement. This means that you will be balloted, and we will be asking your support in the future when we ballot you. UNISON's held meetings across the county. We're also attending team meetings, offering advice on how to respond to the briefing sessions. We think that the questions being asked are unrealistic at this stage. Employees need more information and advice before being able to answer these questions fully. That's not our opinion, that's the feedback that we're getting from our meetings. I would ask that the feedback sessions are extended to include employees who are on term time only contracts. This would also allow employees on annual leave to participate, something which both groups are being denied at present. UNISON would advise that members and all other employees visit their councillors and MPs at their surgeries. If you can't do this, we'd ask that you email or write to them. Tell them how this will affect you and your family, how it's taken you further into poverty, but maybe more importantly, how it will impact upon the service that you deliver. Morale is already at rock bottom in Cambridgeshire County Council, and this further cut, along with the acknowledged 17% cut in real terms, could mean the removal of the goodwill service that our members provide. Talks will continue to arrive at a negotiated settlement. Both groups have indicated that this is what is wanted, and we've put forward suggestions which would realise these savings, ensuring that our members' terms and conditions are maintained. So we believe it can be achieved. I ask that employees openly discuss the issues that they are facing and will face if these cuts go ahead. Make it the main topic of every team briefing and conversation during lunch and tea breaks. We've got badges printed and will soon start a Facebook Shirt Off My Back campaign. We'll continue to keep members informed via email and further meetings across the county, so do please read your UNISON emails. When we reach a formal stage, members will be balloted on the proposals being put forward. The final decision will be yours on what action to take. Let's hope a change can be brought about before we reach that point.